by Mr. Sourabh, Procurement Manager Spices, ITC Limited, and he'll be speaking on red chili. Well, put your hands together to welcome Mr. Sourabh, the Procurement Manager for Spices in ITC Limited. It is a pleasure to introduce Mr. Sourabh, a seasoned procurement manager for spices and a procurement expert with a wealth of experience in the spices industry. As the procurement manager for spices and Mars at ITC, Sourabh brings a unique blend of strategic procurement expertise and industry knowledge to drive business growth. Put your hands together, everyone, once again for Mr. Sourabh Tater. He'll again be talking on red chili.
Good afternoon, everyone. So first, I would like to thank Ernest and Jensa for inviting me here. So lunch के बाद का session हमेशा थोड़ा tough रहता है, नींद ज़्यादा आती है. So I have tried to keep it very short. I will only take you through only 2 slides, and you have to think about it where we want to go. So this is the first slide. You can see chili code rejection in EU. We are hearing for last 1 year that we are having a lot of rejections at EU or US. We are getting many code rejections. It is become stringent every time. So हमको ये देखना है कि कहाँ हम fail हो रहे हैं. It is really PR or some other issues. So I am just showing you the data. If you see in 23 and 24, pesticide rejection in India versus other countries. So other than India, all other countries are also supplying to EU. आप उसमें की percentage देखो. So pesticide rejection because of other countries are 18, and India is having only 1 pesticide rejection in this year. Only for red chili I am talking about, not the blended spices. If you go in blended spices or cumin, it will be higher. But only in red chili, if you talk about, it is negligible because people or industry understand very well about what EU wants. So they are sending exact the same things what is required, and that is the case. Rejection in EU is very less. If you see in 2023 also, when Black Cliff was there, heavy pesticides users were there, our export dropped, but rejections were still less. So I see this as an opportunity. If 80 rejections are coming from the other countries, there is potential to export more to EU. Still, why they are buying from other countries? Because we are not able to supply the quantity they require. So there is a huge scope where we can work and we can supply more quantity to EU, even there is a stringency. Now, what is the major issue for us? If you see, is there is any category where we are higher than the other countries? Only ETO. That has come recently in last 1 or 2 years. So now FSSI is also working. They have also told we should not go into ETO. And ETO is still a phenomena which nobody is able to understand from where it is coming, whether it is coming from the plant or whether it is coming from the sprays or what it is. But I think ETO is the only case where we should be worried about. Other than ETO, pesticide, I believe, is not that much challenge. Our farmers understand very well. Companies are running programs for farmers, they are educating them, and the result, we are getting sufficient quantity to export. Now, how to increase it, that should be our future plan. So, I am leaving this slide with you. Think more about it. Is really pesticide a challenge or there is an opportunity? Now we can move to next slide. Next slide. Now we talk about US. US के बारे में हम सबको पता है, it is a very grey area. Whether US FDA check the pesticides, don't check the pesticide, nobody knows. So we see the volumes are quite high as compared to EU, almost 2 times which goes to US. And if you see the number of suppliers in US is almost 10 times who supplies to EU. Reason is very clear, no clarity on the compliance, no clarity on the US FDA regulations, so people are keep sending the stocks. So that's why if you see, there is over rejection in last 2 years from any country for pesticides. So that is a very surprising if you understand, because if you follow the US regulations, regulations, those are very tough regulations. On paper, many molecules are having 0.01 means no detection. So this again an opportunity as well as a risk. You never know when US FDA can come into the picture. They can start imposing the controls, and then it will be very difficult to supply to US also the same challenges what we are facing in EU. So my request is, it is the right time to focus the shift from conventional to IPM, because when we will move to IPM, other countries or other origins like or other countries like EU, they will move to organic. So we will be always one step backward from them. We will move to IPM, they will move to organic. So organic is the next step, which will have the biggest volumes. If you see the growth, we are growing by almost 9 to 10% in Chile in IPM. But if you see the organic, it is growing by 100% or 200%. Because the volume base is still small and availability is also less. So the potential is organic. If we start today to follow IPM, then after 5 or 10 years, we will be able to cover the same volumes which is required for organic. Even Indian government is also focusing on organic. They have created a new board, this is NOCL, who is focusing on organic. They have launched a new brand. So it is quite possible after a certain period of 1 or 2 years, FSSI also comes with the regulation that you have to follow. FSSI minimum criteria to sell into the market for all the players, whether it is local, private brand or major MNC brand. So we have to be very sure, we have to be prepared for the future. Otherwise, again it will be a shock. So I am leaving you again for this slide. Now you can understand why the US is a big market, why it is not a big market, where the potential is high, where the realization is high, and where we can get more and more realization of the efforts what we are putting into the fields. So that's it. I will not take much time. Thank you. Any questions you have, you can take, otherwise I saw.
Rain-fed area Badgi for export market.
So rain-fed area Badgi, if we see 5 years or 6 years back, IPM availability was quite good there. Now when the prices moved up in last 2-3 years, it went to 200, 300, 400 rupees. All pesticides company, I should not say, they also started targeting those regions because they could understand, okay, let's increase the yield, farmers will also get more yield, so they will get more revenue. Because of that, the ideal IPM area also has gone into non-IPM area. It is very difficult to find out IPM in those regions. Luckily, if you go in Gadag or Hubli region, you can still find out 30%, but not like previous. If you go beyond, before 2020, by default it was IPM. There was no issue about it. But now, last 3 years, it has been very difficult to find KDL, which is IPM compliant. So, opportunity-wise, it is huge, but problem is also huge because the per acreage production is very less. So high moisture material coming into the market, no company can go there and run the program because it is not possible to bring 1 bag, 2 bag, dry there and bring it to the factories. So only the people who are residing there have to take this step. Again, they have to go to the previous practices, natural practices, then only the potential of exports is high. Thank you.
I request Rajesh ji to please come up on stage to give the memento. Thank you, sir.